Hey everybody, this is Dariusz Garko Fit, and today I'd like to share a little final look at the project that I did in Manhattan. And the goal for that project was to create a cool space in the office which would not look like a gym, but it's definitely multifunctional and allows you to do, all your different type of workouts, from strength, mobility, some cardiovascular workouts, and let me break down the pieces for each thing. I think the main and centerpiece for this space was the Swedish ladder, and that was basically like the centerpiece, which allows us to do now everything from that centerpiece. And even the ladder on its own, it's already a multifunctional tool which you can use for pull-ups, right? For leg lifts, loads of stability work, and also mobility work, stretching. And on the top of that, this is already a tool where I can use just to design a bunch of workouts on its own. We basically created a little anchors from that ladder, just using very simple straps. I want to actually show you very quickly over here. It's like a strap I've been using for pretty much anything with the carabiner. It's heavy duty carabiner. So those straps, they will go at the top, chest level, and also the low. So like you're thinking high, medium, low. And those straps now, they allow us to clip everything we want. So you see, for example, TRX, right? So you see TRX. So as I want to do the TRX movements, I'm going to attach the strap, do rows, go into push-ups, do all bunch of different mobility movements with that as well. So you see the TRX already allows me to create a bunch of different things. Now I also use bands. So there is a company I'm using bands specifically, but I don't think that's going to matter. These are power bands. And the great thing about power bands is, beside that they feel stronger, that you can use them for multiple applications. So you could use the band on its own just to do, for example, squat press, which is a tall body movement. You could use the same band now for stretching and mobility. See that? But what I want to use it for here as well is doing actually the exercises as I clipped into the ladder, and now I'm able to do all types of movements. This is like a ski erg version, to chest flies, to diagonal rotations, right? To tricep. So now, as I'm ready to change the level of desired bands, just like cable pulleys, and this is pretty cool. All I need to do is take these, unclip, clip it here, unclip, clip it here. From that moment, now the bands, they letting me to create another different program for different body parts, right? And again, some horizontal rotations, squat and row, reverse flies. So as I get to the bottom, again, one unclip, and I have bends set up at the bottom for, again, bunch of different exercises like reverse wood chopper, right? Even donkey kicks. So there's a strap right here. So you see how easy everything is over here to basically manipulate the angles and the heights. Now I'm ready to do my glutes. The donkey kicks. ADD, adduction. ABD, abduction. So lots of glute work, right? And so this is just, we just covered the band abilities to do band work with that space. Now let's talk about this piece too. This piece, I feel like I have a bunch of kettlebells at home, Olympic style, and they're all over the place. So it drives me crazy when I have to move them around. That big metal thing is sitting in the middle of the floor. Now, this kettlebell has 8 different weights. They go, I'll tell you right now, they go from 8 pounds, 12, 20, 25, 35, and 40. So you see it's a fairly good amount of variation weights. So now the click on, that's 8 pounds. So you see the kettlebell on its own is huge. It's pretty good. So again, for some exercises like mobility stuff, you want to use lighter weights, right? Even use this as a replica of medicine ball exercises, or for people who are beginners to practice their technique on the swings, single arm, all types of movements, right? What's cool is when I put this on a base and twist the spin, now let's say I set up 20 pounds. I'm going to pull out 20 pounds. See, that's way heavier now. All the weights are sitting inside the kettlebell, and that I feel like, wow, this is a good weight now to start feeling it, right? And anyway, this is like one of the super cool tools which we got also for this space, and that's 40 pounds. So it's the whole base with the kettlebell is 40 pounds. Now we also have a PLYO box, which is a soft box with 30 inches, 24, and 20 in a dimension. And it's really cool because using this tool now, you're capable of doing a bunch of other exercises, and now you can combine this with this, right? And you can create a bunch of stuff that, it's very difficult to do at home. So you see, you'll be able to do back extension. You'll be able to do now using ladder, gives you a little support, those deep abdominal, sit-ups, getting way more range of motion and feeling it way more on the stretch part. So that's like, and obviously step-ups, for lots of people, step-ups are super challenging. So having that ladder over here, getting that little support and peace of mind that I have this with me, it's huge, right? And then progressively you can load, hey, that's 24, hey, that's 30 inches. That's pretty serious for most people. And again, you can use that for also mobility, where you feel, hey, I want to stretch my hips, I want to stretch my hamstrings, my hips, my quads, and now you have this as a support, right? So anyway, I can go forever on how to use all those pieces and combine together. Why this is such a great combination. You know, we also have 3 different band resistance, which they're going to give you different resistance in a training. Some exercises should be done lighter, some exercises should be done heavier. So we do have a ball. Here you go. We do have a ball. And again, you know, now having a ball and having a ladder, you know, allows you to do all these exercises that you can hybrid again. Without ladder would be impossible. So you see some exercises which would be extremely difficult to do against the wall. So yeah, so we got that covered too. So anyway, I just want to show you that little project. It took me, I don't know, 10 hours to set it up, but it was lots of planning. And you know, the goal in mind was, hey, let's create this really, really cool space so we could do all different things, you know, from strength, mobility, even cardiovascular training with high pulls, almost mimicking ski erg, and doing running, sprinting, actually with one of the bands attached to here, and then creating resistance. So very quickly, this is the last thing I want to show you, is if you ask me about cardio, like how can you, what kind of cardio can you do, right? What kind of cardio can you do? And so with this band, you want to be able to do stationary runs. Obviously the band gives you a little bit of resistance, so it's pulling you. Then most likely you want to lower this down, keep it on a lower level around hips. So you see, as you're doing all different lunges, that bend gives you also the pulling motion, which, you know, elevates your heart rate, number one, and also challenges the core. So the goal, that's not for me. Anyway, the goal was to create that cool space, and I think we did it. So I want to share with you. Make sure you subscribe to GarcoFit. There will be lots of other projects that we do, and also in next videos, I'm going to show you exactly how to use each of those pieces. You know, each of those pieces that you could set up at home and have a full, basically, body workouts. You can get your results at home. You don't need a gym. What do you need is to really do your workouts. And check garcofit.com, and I'll see you in the next episode.